Okay, Namaste Yogis. Welcome to what will probably be my last practice session with all you guys in Muscat. While I'm in Muscat, I don't know what the future holds, whether I'll be able to continue this in Australia or not. But you have Ranjni as an alternative. She's going to do her teacher training. So you have her, and today she's hurt her back. So a really dear old friend of mine, Jeff, has very kindly agreed to be the demo boy today. Jeff, you're back to being a boy. So usually I know Jeff practices in darkness, but because I requested him to demo, he switched on his lights. So let there be light. Okay, Ranjini, can you do your shloka or mantra, whatever, and then I'll start off with Jeff.
Sure. अकिञ्चनार्तिमार्जनं चिरन्तनोक्तिभाजनं पुरारिपूर्वनन्दनं सुरारिगर्वचर्वणं प्रपञ्चनाशभीषणं धनञ्जयादिभूषणं कपोलदानवारणं भजे पुराणवारणम् भजे पुराणवारणम्.
Thank you, Ranjini. And I've muted everyone. And now settle down on your mats, please. Take a few minutes to let the rest of the day go. So in many ways, this is not as emotional for me as I left Muscat the first time. So, practice makes perfect. And as I'm willing to let go of Muscat, I will request you to let go of just your day. No point attaching yourself to anything. See if you can find detachment, and yet see if you can continue to find passion in doing whatever it is you like to do. Deepen your breath. When you're ready, gently blink your eyes open. The intention today for the practice is to do a little of everything that we've done so far. So I'll request you to stand up and come to the tops of your mats. We'll do the initial warm-up round through the sun salutation. Find yourself in Tadasana, feet about hip width apart, pulling up your kneecaps, tailbone pointing down, spine growing tall, shoulders relaxed. Staying with your breath, staying with your intentions. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up, reach, become the tallest version of yourself, but push down equally into all four corners of your feet. Exhale, forward fold. Take your time. Hinge from your hips, keep your hips over your heels, your knees as straight as you can. If you want, go ahead, bend your knees a little bit and then slowly straighten them out so that you feel the stretch in your hammies. Hold on to the backs of your calves. Pull in as much as you can. Inhale, come up halfway. Reach your heart forward, flatten your spine, chin up, fingertips reaching down towards the mat. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips on either side. Get your right foot all the way back, all on either side of your feet, right foot all the way back. Drop down on your right knee. Keep taking that knee as far back as you can. Keep your left knee over your left ankle. Push your hips down and forward as much as you can. Hips down and forward. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Reach up. And then if you can, reach back. Reach back if you want to. Keep pushing your hips down and forward. Exhale, slowly release all the way back on either side of your left foot. Tuck your back toes under, pick up your back knee, straighten that right knee. Keep taking your heart forward so your back is straight. When you're ready, push your right palm on the mat next to your left foot. Inhale, circle your left arm all the way up. Reach up. Push down with your right palm, reach further up with your left fingertips. Keep your hips low. When you're ready, release your left palm down. Left foot all the way back to plank. Shoulders over wrists, hips in line with shoulders. If you can, chin up. Drop down to your knees. Exhale, chest down between your palms and chin on the mat. Knees, chest, chin. Take your hips slightly back to get your heart between your palms. And then inhale, drop down and come up to baby cobra. So keep taking your heart up as much as you can. Keep your elbows bent. Squeeze your shoulder blades in, shoulders away from your ears. So what Jeff is doing is taking his chin up, but if you feel something going on behind your neck, just keep your neck a natural extension of your spine. So no need to jam it in if you don't have that flexibility. When you're ready, tuck your toes in, hips up and back, down dog. And cycle through. So keep bending your left knee and your right knee alternately. And as you bend your left knee, get your right heel down. As you bend your right knee, get your left heel down towards the mat. Then focus on your palms. Spread your fingers, index fingers parallel to one another. Externally rotate the arms at the shoulders. Keep pushing your heart back towards the knees. And when you're ready, get your right foot all the way forward between your palms. Drop down on your left knee. Walk your left knee as far back as you can. Keep walking your left knee back. Push your tailbone down and forward. Inhale, circle your arms all the way up. Reach up. And maybe back. Circle your palms all the way back down on either side of your front foot. Tuck your back toes in. Pick up your left knee. Heart reaching forward. Get your left palm pushing down on the mat next to your right foot. Inhale, circle your right arm up. So square your right shoulder over your left shoulder. Reach up with your right fingertips. Staying with your breath, feeling the twist. Keeping your hips low, left knee straight. Circle your right palm back down. And get your left foot all the way forward in line with your right foot. Deep forward fold. Pull in. Keep pulling yourselves in. Slowly, slowly, slowly. So you may be able to reach max. You may still find yourself a little stiff. Wherever you are, use your breath to deepen your pose. But mindfully, don't force it. Never fight with your body. In a battle between your body and the ego, the body always wins. The ego always loses. Inhale, come up halfway. Reach forward with your heart. Reach your fingertips down. Try and keep your spine parallel to the floor. Chin up. Exhale, palms all the way back down. Maybe now your fingertips are reaching the mat. Maybe your full palm is reaching the mat. When you're ready, inhale, circle all the way up. Reach up. And palms together in front of your heart. Get in touch with your breath. See how you're feeling. Maybe we'll quicken the pace a little bit. Inhale, circle all the way up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips on either side of your feet. Get your left foot all the way back. Drop down on your left heel, heel to arch. So right heel in line with left arch. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Push down into your left pinky toe. Keep your left knee straight. Keep getting your right hip down towards your right ankle as much as your flexibility will allow you. Spine going tall, spine neither leaning forward nor leaning back. Shoulders away from the ears, reaching out through your fingertips. Drop your left palm down, circle your right palm up, reverse your warrior. See if you can keep pushing your right hip down towards your right ankle. More. Keep your right knee over your second and third toes. So try not to get your right knee pushing in. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Right forearm on right thigh. Turn your left palm up, circle it up, intense side stretch. Keep pushing your left pinky toe into the mat. If you feel like going deeper, right palm reaching down towards your right ankle. Reach further ahead with your left fingertips. Reach further down so you get that full stretch on the left side of your torso. Inhale, float back up, warrior two. Windmill your arms around. Right foot goes all the way back to plank. Staying with your breath, yogi's choice. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga on the exhale. And then all the way down to the mat. Flatten all 10 toes on the mat. Inhale, come up to full cobra. Hip points trying to remain as close to the mat as possible. Coming up with your heart. Elbows slightly bent because it's cobra, shoulder blades pulling in, heart popping out through your rib cage. When you're ready, exhale to down dog. So if you can, in one swift move, if you can't, go down, come up through your knees, hips up and back, down dog. Left foot all the way forward between your palms. Drop down on your right heel, heel to arch alignment. Your feet are perpendicular. Begin to push down into your right pinky toe. Circle up, warrior two on the other side. Keep pushing your left hip down towards your left ankle. Push down into your right pinky toe. Right knee straight, spine growing tall. Shoulder blades pushing in towards each other a little bit as you release the energy out through your fingertips. Turn your head so that your chin is over your left shoulder. Gaze out into the distance. Calmly soften your gaze through your left index finger. When you're ready, drop your right palm down. Take your left palm up and back. Reverse your warrior. While you reverse your warrior, keep taking your left hip down further towards your left ankle. Keep opening out your left knee towards the left. So external rotation of the left thigh at the hip. If you can, try and maintain a straight left elbow. If you can't, by all means, bend it. Inhale, come back, warrior two. And then left forearm on left thigh. Circle your right palm up. Intense side stretch. Reach through your right fingertips to the top left corner of the mat. Get your left palm down to your left ankle if that's where your flexibility takes you. If you're happy to remain with arm on thigh, do that. Staying with your breath. Pushing your right shoulder towards the wall behind. Opening out, feeling that stretch on the right side of your torso. Inhale, circle back, warrior two. Windmill your arms around, get your right foot all the way forward, deep forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, circle all the way up, maybe reach back. And palms together in front of your heart. Close your eyes, stay with your breath. What do you need your practice to help you give up? Sometimes it's habits that don't serve you. Sometimes it's just attachment. So there's nothing wrong with attachment. It's just that when it becomes obsessive, it doesn't serve you anymore. Inhale, circle all the way up, maybe back. Staying with your breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips on either side. Get your right foot all the way back. This time, drop down to your right heel, but heel to heel alignment, and right toes in at 45 degrees. Push your right hip forward, left hip back. Inhale, take your heart forward and swing your arms all the way up. Warrior one. Keep reaching up. When you're ready, circle your right palm behind your right knee. Look down at your right heel. And then walk your fingertips down towards your right heel. Keep taking your left palm up and back. So energize through your left arm. But keep taking your tailbone down and forward. Inhale, circle back, warrior one. Keep taking your tailbone down and forward. Right palm outside left knee. Left palm outside right thigh from the back. Or right hip as Jeff is doing. Whatever serves you. Keep taking your tailbone down and forward. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, keep twisting. Use the right palm outside left knee to deepen your twist a little more. Get your chin over your left shoulder. See if you can twist just a little more. Keep your right knee straight, right heel pushing into the mat. Inhale, untwist arms all the way back up, warrior one. Exhale, circle all the way back down. So windmill your palms all the way back down and get your left foot all the way back to plank. Shoulders over wrist, hips in line with shoulders. Spread your fingers, index fingers parallel. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, yogi's choice. Inhale directly to up dog. So if you're knees, chest, chin, glide up to up dog. Hip points lifting away from the mat, knees off the mat, shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades pulling in. When you're ready, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, back to plank. Outer edge of the right foot on the mat. Inner edge of the left foot on the mat. We're getting into side plank. Circle your left arm all the way up. Keep pushing your hips up. Don't let your hips sag. If this is proving to be too difficult, by all means, get down on your right knee. If it's too easy, get your left foot on top of your right foot, which is what I think Jeff just did. If you want, get your left foot suspended in midair. So left leg parallel to the floor. But if you're doing that, strongly flex your left ankle. Slowly release back to plank. Ah. Outer edge of the left foot on the mat, inner edge of the right foot on the mat. Circle your right palm up, side plank on the other side. Keep pushing your hips up. If it's getting too difficult, left knee on the mat. If it's too easy, right foot on top of left foot. If that is too easy, right leg floats up parallel to the floor. Strongly flex your right ankle. Keep pushing your hips up. Stay with your breath. Reach up through your right fingertips. Take the weight out of your left shoulder. So pull out of your left shoulder. Stay strong. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release back to plank. Hips up and back. Down dog. When you're ready, get your right foot all the way forward between your palms. Sometimes it doesn't come all the way through, so you might need to help it forward. That's perfectly fine. Drop down on your left heel, heel to heel alignment, left toes in at 45 degrees, left hip pushing forward, right hip pushing back. Inhale, come up, warrior 2. Keep taking your tailbone down. Sorry, warrior 1. My apologies. My apologies. Jeff got me there. My apologies. Warrior 1. Keep taking your tailbone down and forward. Keep reaching up with your fingertips. When you're ready, circle your left palm behind your left knee. Look down at your left heel. Walk your left fingertips down towards your left heel. Keep taking your right palm up and back. Energize through your right palm, but keep taking your tailbone down and forward more and more and more. You want to challenge your balance, look up at your right fingertips. Circle back up to warrior 1. Push your left hip forward, right hip back. Left palm outside right knee. Left palm outside right knee. Right palm outside left hip or left thigh, whatever works. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, keep twisting. Inhale, spine tall. Exhale, left hip forward, right hip back. Inhale, spine tall. Left shoulder circling to the front and towards the right. Right shoulder circling towards the back and then towards the left. Staying with your breath. Tailbone moving down and forward. Inhale, release back, warrior 1. Exhale, windmill your palms all the way back down, back foot all the way forward, deep forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, circle all the way up and maybe back. And palms together in front of your heart. Okay, so the intention for the next round of vinyasa is to get into a little bit of a complicated balance. So we'll move through high lunge into warrior 3. And from warrior 3, I'll ask you to open out into half moon. Now, if that transition, it can get quite challenging, it's too much. From warrior 3, feel free to get into high lunge. From high lunge, feel free to get into warrior 2 and then move into half moon. But if you think you can manage from warrior 3 to half moon, go ahead. Now, I said this because I will be cueing warrior 3 to half moon. But if it gets too much, please feel free to get your foot back down, get into warrior 2, and then move to half moon. Also, if you want to get a chair or some support in front of you so that your transition from warrior 3 to half moon is easier with a chair, please go ahead and get a chair in front of you. So get back to the top of your mats, into Tadasana with Namaste, staying with your breath, getting ready for a slightly challenging balance flow. Staying with your breath and learning to let go, even if you're not very steady in your balance, doesn't matter. Let that ego get away from you. It's okay to wobble, because unless you wobble, you're never going to learn to manage your balance. Inhale, circle all your arms all the way up and maybe back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips on either side. Get your left foot all the way back. To high lunge. So just on the balls of your left foot. Inhale, circle up, high lunge. And then circle your palms downwards so that your arms are parallel to the floor, reaching forward in front of you. So reaching forward through your fingertips. Keep reaching forward for the box of chocolates. At some point, your left foot will start releasing off the mat into warrior three. And you might want to start straightening out your right knee. So take your time. Try and get your left heel in line with your hip. Reach through with your fingertips. Try to point your left toes down and you're holding warrior three. Now I'll try to cue you into half moon. So get your right palm on your right knee. Get your left arm up towards the ceiling. So from the side. So it goes up towards the ceiling from the side. And then open your left hip above your right hip into half moon. So Jeff has got it through. Now your left toes are pointing to the left. Keep flexing your left ankle. Reach up with your left arm. Reach now, release your right palm down to the mat or the floor. And you can take any variation of half moon that you like. So if you want, maybe Jeff will get his left foot all the way forward, or maybe not today. Oh, he's doing this after a very long time. Okay, from your half moon, come back to warrior two. Windmill your arms around. Right foot all the way back to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Okay, so let's do first an easy version. So release your right palm, get it under your belly and hold on outside your left calf or left ankle. So you're twisting in your down dog. Release your right palm, get it under your belly and hold on to your left outer ankle or calf. And then see if you can get your right shoulder under your left armpit. See if you can look under your left armpit up at the ceiling. Try and keep your knees straight. Keep taking your tailbone up and back. Keep taking your shoulders towards your knees. Staying with your breath, and then release your right palm back to where it started from. And then release your left palm under your belly and outside your right calf or right ankle, whatever part of your anatomy you can reach. Then start pushing your left shoulder under your right armpit. Look under your right armpit up at the ceiling. Try and keep your knees straight. Keep twisting your spine. Hips level. And slowly release back. Now, the next one is a really challenging balance. So if you just want to sit this one out, feel free to sit this one out. Okay, Jeff is sitting it out. Okay, so go back to down dog. Get your right leg up and bend your right knee. Get your right heel close to your right hip. Now, release your left palm and see if you can hold on to your right toes behind you. Keep taking your hips up and back. And if you can't, it's fine. Just the fact that you tried is good enough for me. Now, you might get into a planky position. You push your right palm into the mat. Push your right shoulder back towards your knee. Jeff is loving this. Okay, release back to down dog. And we'll do the other side. So take your left leg, left foot up. Bend your left knee. Get your left heel close to your left hip. Release your right palm. Hold on to your left toes with your right palm. Keep taking your shoulder back. Try not to get planky. Try to remain down doggy. There. This time, Jeff is not pivoting. But because he pivoted on the other side, I will request him to pivot on this side too. If for no other reason, it just looks so nice. Okay, go back to down dog. When you're ready, get your left foot all the way forward between your palms. Remain on the balls of your right foot. Inhale, circle up, high lunge. Then circle your palms forward, reach for your box of chocolates, glide into warrior three. At some point, your right leg will release off the mat. Keep reaching forward. Now, Jeff is slightly bending his left knee, which is great, which means he's in a dynamic balance. Some people like to lock that left knee, which means you end up getting into a static balance, but it creates enormous pressure on that left knee. So do whatever feels good. Try and get the right heel up in line with your right hip. Flex the right ankle so that your toes are pointing down. When you're ready, move to half moon. So get your left palm down to the mat. Open your right hip above your left hip. Reach up with your right fingertips. Your right toes are pointing to the right. Your right ankle is flexing very strongly. If you want, get that right foot forward at right angles to your torso. If you want, get your right leg back and hold on to your right foot with your right palm into Chapasana. So do whatever fancy stuff you want to do and then get back to half moon. From half moon, float into warrior two. And from warrior two, back to forward fold. Windmill your palms all the way forward, back foot all the way forward, deep forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle your palms all the way up and back. And palms together in front of your heart. Close your eyes and stay with your breath. Well done, yogis. Slowly move to your mat, drop down to your mat. We'll move into a more yin practice. Jeff, is there any way you can tilt the camera down so that your mat is captured? Yeah, lovely. So stay towards the rear end of your mat and get down on your knees. Keep your knees hip width apart. Keep your hips above your knees. So come to kneeling position. Keep your hips above your knees and then get your palms down on the mat. and then drop down to your elbows on the mat. But at all times, keep your hips above your knees. Now, walk your elbows as far forward as you can and get your heart down to the mat. So we are in, I forgot what's this pose called. It's called suspension. So keep your hips above your knees. That's the key to this pose. Now, if you want, keep your palms about shoulder width apart. If you want, keep them wider. If you want, bend your elbows, do namaste behind your neck. So that puts a little extra stretch on your triceps. So stay wherever is comfortable with you. Stay with your breath. This is yin. So try to be as still as possible. The only movement is the movement of your breath. And with each exhale, releasing your heart down towards the mat. You can keep your forehead on the mat. You can keep your chin on the mat. You can keep, if it gets too much, you can turn one cheek and then maybe after some time, the other cheek. Try and keep it comfortable. Yin is an excellent practice to learn letting go because there's so much happening within you and you can feel yourself wanting to move because your body is literally crying. It's okay, Jeff. Cats are welcome too. Cats are human too, you know. You want to move, but there's one part of you that says, no, it's okay. You got this. As long as you're breathing, you're okay. You don't need to move. And then just pay attention to this inner dialogue. Who's talking? Who's listening? Just a few more seconds. Feel the release in your pecs, triceps, sides of the torso. Feel the compression in your upper back. Slowly release to child's pose. Keep your knees wide apart so that your spine has the ability to remain straight. So try not to round your spine too much and find yourself in a deeply relaxing child's pose. Staying with your breath. And then slowly moving up to seated and say hello to Jeff's cat. That's fine. She's just feeling jealous we did down dogs and not down cats. Jeff, if you can face the camera, we're getting into cobbler. So get your get the soles of your feet together. And if you can, drop your knees down as far as possible. Now, if you keep your feet away from you, this pose becomes so much more easier. So if you want, just make it easier for yourself. Keep your feet a little further away. And then see if you can get your fingertips on either side of your feet. And then walk your fingertips as far forward as you can. And I'm not going to cue um, any rounding or straightening of the back. Just do whatever it takes to stay down, but no forcing yourself. So just staying wherever you are. And if you're feeling stuck, just feel stuck over there and don't get your ego into it. And then just breathe. Inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can release a few muscles to go down. But try not to engage your biceps and triceps to pull yourselves in. I know that's a possibility for most of us. And when we're doing the yang practice, maybe that's what I would cue. But right now, you just want to let your muscles soften into the pose. Good place to start going within, good place to start closing your eyes, staying with the breath. And for the ones of us who are tighter, we kind of start feeling it in the hips. So stay focused with that slight pain. If it gets unbearable, of course you will move. But if you can just stay with your breath and say, this too shall pass, which I assure you it will. Nearly halfway through, staying with your breath. And if you feel there is struggle going on, you can release into child's pose or shavasana anytime you wish. Or not. Make sure you're aware that it's not the ego that's holding you up. And slowly release to shavasana. And respect to Jeff for staying with this practice in spite of the distraction. And that happens in life, you know. But as long as you emit a peaceful energy, people around you will calm down. So don't get too happy. This shavasana is only the counterpose to the cobbler. It's the rebound. So you might be feeling intense sensations in your lower back and hips. Enjoy those sensations. And this is where you begin to accept that pain as tapas. So when you begin to accept pain as tapas, it's the beginning of the journey of self-realization, of self-improvement. There's no getting away from it. There's no wishing it away. All you've got to do is learn to deal with it better. And acceptance is the key. Slowly bend your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. And then release your feet on the mat, your knees bent, heels close to your hips, arms on either side, and drop both your knees over to the left. You can use your left palm on your knees, but try to keep your right shoulder as close to the mat as possible. With each inhale, see if you can accept the pose. With each exhale, see if you can either reach the knees further down or your right shoulder further down. For some of us, this is just too easy. People like me, that right shoulder will be either popping up or the knees will be popping up. So, instead of forcing it down, use the release, the exhale, to let go of whatever muscles you need to release. And because we're holding these positions for a long time, you will find yourself going deeper into the pose. You will find yourself accepting that pain to move deeper into the pose. Stay with your breath and see if there's an internal chatter going on. If that chatter serves any purpose, please indulge. But if all you're doing is judging, worrying, fretting, getting angry, it's probably not serving you. You might as well get back to your breath and appreciate that. Less than a minute to go. And slowly come back to neutral. Keep your knees bent. And then try and get your feet a little further away from your hips. And then join the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out on either side. So this rebound pose might feel a little different. And you can keep your arms either stretched overhead, so you get a little more stretch on your pecs, or you can keep them on the side, or you can keep them lightly on your stomach, and just feel your breath moving in and out. So whatever works for you. And again, your knees might resist moving down towards the floor. Use your breath to kind of ease up on the glutes. Again, might be intense sensations. Slowly bring your knees in together and pull your heels closer back to your hips. Get your arms on either side and let your knees drop down to the right. Use your right palm on your left knee. Try to keep your left shoulder on the mat. Once again, staying with your breath, releasing whatever muscles you can that don't serve your pose. Very often, it's just our mind holding on to things, getting attached to things when it no longer serves us. So, using this yin practice to see if we can practice getting rid of our attachments. And by that, I don't mean becoming stone cold hearted. Retaining your compassion. It's simply not making things a part of you. It's a balance, which also you've practiced. Slowly come back to neutral and same thing, feet slightly away from your hips. Let your knees fall out on either side. So same rebound. Enjoy whatever sensations are going on in your lower back. And I do mean enjoy. Sometimes I know you can feel very vulnerable, can feel like you're breaking into 1,000 pieces, but you know you're going to be pieced back together again. So it's fine. This is literally the body resetting the fascia, making you a lot more supple, a lot more, I don't know if I can use the word healthier, but yeah, because it frees up the energy channels. And then slowly release into your most comfortable Shavasana, which most often is the most difficult position because you really got to let go. It's so difficult sometimes to let go. Either the muscles or the thoughts. There's some strange thing that happens, and you'll find some muscle tensing up. Usually the lower back or the glutes, sometimes even your throat, maybe even the eyeballs. You'll find something or the other tensing up. You literally have to talk your way into relaxation. Relaxation needs effort, ironically. And the same with your thoughts. When you're ready, take a nice long inhale, reach your palms overhead, stretch, become the tallest version of yourself, and then exhale, bend your knees in towards your chest, give yourself a nice little hug, and then gently rock from side to side, and then roll over to your right, turn your face down, blink your eyes open, come up to seated on your mats. Palms in front of your heart, head bowed gently down towards your palms. Just take a few seconds to thank yourselves for taking the time to be here and accept my gratitude for practicing so regularly. It's been an enormous learning curve for me, 11 years on the terrace and then on Zoom with all you guys. Wishing you the very best. Stay happy, stay blessed, stay healthy. And you know, I'm just a WhatsApp away in case you ever want to reach out, maybe clarify, maybe just share a joke. I'm always happy to hold space for you. Interlace your fingers, inhale, take it all the way up. And let it go. Namaste, yogis. As always, awesome to practice with you. I won't say I'll be seeing you next Sunday because I won't, but I'll be in touch. And Ranjani, all the best to you with your teacher training. Hope you do something with this group. Jeff, thank you so much for, offering to demo for us. Thanks to your cat as well. I know I caught you off guard, but you were such a sport. And Jeff also intends to do his teacher training at some point. I hope it's sooner rather than later.